Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge ribbon 5-arm chandelier. This is going to be the 104115. This is going to be the one that has the setup with the clear glass opal diffuser on the inside. There's also another one, the 104105. That one's going to be using just one piece of glass that's opaque like this. Big difference between the two is that this guy, the 104105, can accept this bulb and socket, and then the 104115, which is the one we're talking about right now, with this is going to be using a much smaller socket because it has to get into this little piece of glass inside. So you should check out both, and they're both pretty cool. Let's get into details on this. So let's jump in. 29.8 inches overall height, 28.8 inches in diameter, 5 arms. There you go. 5 arms, and let's get into more details. So if you're on the website, HandmadeInVermont.com, and you're on the page for this fixture, do me a favor, look over on the right-hand side of your screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. You're going to see a lot of information there and lots of little images. You're going to see that this is going to be shipping with, there's a full parts list there, 5-inch round canopy. This is what's going to be hanging on the ceiling off of your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have up there. There's a bracket on the back of this that connects to this guy, easily hides it. There's a loop on the bottom, and that's going to be hanging your chain from, and it's going to ship automatically with 36 inches of chain. So that's going to start you off, and it's going to have 15 feet of wire attached to it. That's going to be enough to get you down from a second story for a foyer or a cathedral ceiling in a dining room if you need to. If you need more chain because you're in that situation, we do sell more chain. You just have to give me a call and I can walk you through it. So chain has a, oval chain is going to have a long side and a short side, and on one half of the long side there's a seam, there's an opening, and allows us to open and close. There's a tool that does that, and then you can use as little or as much as you guys want. You know, obviously the minimum you can use is one piece to connect that canopy to the fixture, but like I said, you can add these together with other chain links that you can buy from us. And chain comes in 3 feet sections, so you could get way up there if you guys needed to. You're also going to notice a couple other things on that parts list. You're going to notice that it's going to have this guy. This is a retaining tool, a retaining ring tool. So you've got 2 pieces of glass going on here. You've got the little diffuser on the inside, and that's really to kind of diffuse the light and hide the socket. Then you can have the larger piece of glass, which is clear. This one is our Hubbardton Forge opal glass. That's a white glass. It's opaque, clear, no air bubbles like some of the other Hubbardton Forge glass. But your hand is too big to get in here. So basically what you're going to be doing is taking the retaining ring. Remember, you've got 5 of these to play with, so you're going to be doing a little bit of work. There's a flat side, there's a ridged side on this, and you'll notice, maybe you can't see, but there's actually a notch on 2 sides, or 2 sides of the circle. You're going to be taking it with the ridged side down. This tool has a couple notches on the flared end so that everything kind of lines up nicely, and you're going to put it in like that. Theoretically, you basically put it in like this, but often that will fall out. So my little trick is to put it in, like I said a minute ago, ridge side down. Take your glass, put it in, like that. Well, actually, I take it back. We're going to do this separately. So we're going to take our smaller piece of glass first. I'm just going to put it on top. I'm going to take my bigger piece of glass. I'm going to slowly put it over it. I'm going to hold these things all together, turn them upside down, because the whole point of this is to keep that little retaining ring in there. Slide the whole thing over the socket, and then slowly turn this. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting that retaining ring, screwing it onto the socket to retain everything down. When you're done, remember it's righty tighty, lefty loosey, and go slow and don't go too hard because you don't want to break your glass. When you're done, you're going to pull this out. Retaining ring is going to be gone. This is going to be all on your fixture, nice and snug. You're going to take this, put it into a kitchen drawer, make it go away and disappear along with a bunch of old batteries that are in there, and you're going to find it 5 years from now and wonder what it is. But that's where it's going to go. Okay? So let's hop into lamping on this. Again, you've got 5 of these sockets, and Hubbardton Forge says that this is a halogen fixture. It is going to ship with, 5. I had to look twice. 5 of these halogens. These are little 60-watt halogens, okay? And this is a G9 socket, and they just basically snap in like that. And they dim beautifully. They're going to come with it. You might as well use them for now. but you can easily use all kinds of awesome LEDs that exist out in the world. So the best thing to do is maybe go on Amazon or just on Google and put in G9 LED and start doing a little legwork. It's easier to do it on Amazon because you'll see them for sale to begin with, and then more details about them. So the ones that have the orange strips inside are phosphorus ones, and then the ones that look like corn cobs are called cob LEDs for that reason, and they actually have all these little pads. So this is a 75 watt equivalent. This guy is a 60 watt equivalent. These guys are probably 60 watt equivalents. You can buy dimmable versions of these things. There's no limit when you get into LEDs like this because all of these are going to easily fit into both the tool and the glass with no problem. They don't use a lot of electricity. They don't generate much heat at all. And what else? Oh, you can choose your color temperature. So when you're choosing your color temperature, you want to, choose what you guys like. I like the warmer light of an incandescent bulb from my youth. This is that standard incandescent we all grew up with. That's the same color that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above me, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. That's the warm light. If you like the whiter daylight, that's the light that's coming from outside. Also that doctor's office white, hospital white light, some people love that. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So, when you're on Amazon, just make sure you zero in on those things, or whatever website or store you're in on the box when you're looking at these things. 3000 Kelvin, warm white, 4000, 5000 Kelvin, white light, and don't let them tell you anything different. The other thing is make sure it's dimmable if you guys are going to be dimming this. That's important. Some of these don't dim. It'll tell you right off the bat if that is the case, and put it on a dimmer that's set up for LEDs if you're going to go in this direction. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together, and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.